All right, I'm gonna be making crepes this morning. I make it very often, probably 3 or 4 times a week. Starts with 4 wet ingredients and 4 dry ingredients. The 4 wet ingredients is 1 cup of water. I always use a blender because you can do it all in a blender. So I fill up to 1 on the blender with water. Then I do another 1.25 cups to 1.5 cups of milk. Fill up to 2 1/4 to 2.5. Not too touchy about it, of course. 1 egg. Some oil. Recently I started using olive oil for my oil because I heard vegetable oil's not that good for you. 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of oil. I don't measure the oil, I just say 2 tablespoons. Looks like 2 tablespoons. Alright, 4 dry ingredients. Flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt. Flour is 2 cups. Scoop and shake, that's my personal technique. 2 cups flour. This so it comes off of the 3 tablespoons of sugar. 1, 2, 3. 1/4 to 1/2 tablespoon of baking powder. I just use my tablespoon, make sure it's 1/2 or 1/4, whatever. I don't want them as fluffy as pancakes, so I don't use as much as for pancakes. And then salt. It's supposed to be like 1/8 of a teaspoon or 1/4 of a teaspoon, which is not that much. I just shake some salt in there. Okay, that's it. The blender up. And then I will scrape the sides and blend it again. My wife loves when I use a lid. I don't like to use a lid. Scrape the sides and do it again. In the meantime, I should be starting my flame, right? Bing. All right. Put a little butter in the pan once it's warm. Can you stand up, please? Get that bad boy hot. Non-stick pans. This is a porcelain, so I use a little something to help it not stick. But some non-stick pans you don't really even need butter. We'll see how this works out. I like to make sure it's nice and hot before I pour the batter in. Alright, we'll see. You can always hear the sizzle, so let's see. There's some sizzle, okay. Roll it around, just want to make sure that the whole bottom's covered. I like a little extra personally, but kind of make them thicker crepes. But You know they're ready to flip when you start seeing brown on the edges. If my pan was nice and hot, it would do it really quickly, but I'll get there. How many minutes is that? 5 minutes, okay. We're 5 minutes deep and almost the first crepe done. All right. I start seeing a little bit of brown around the edges. Go around a little, look, peek under. It's not quite. The first, just like with pancakes, the first one doesn't have the nice golden brown coloring. The ones after that will. It's because of the butter. I'll make 2, just so y'all can see how the second one comes out compared to the first one. You know, the bottom's not going to be fully cooked, but as long as it has some coloring on the bottom, you know it's getting cooked. I'll stop it at that. So number 2. And while that one's cooking, I'm going to prep this one to eat. Got a little hole, a couple little holes. I'll try to tuck those on the inside if possible. My kids like cinnamon sugar. So those 2 rips are on the side, so I'll just leave them on the side. There's 1 rip. Rip number 2 is right there, so whatever. Still tastes the same. All right, you stand up, please. You see this one's got brown on the sides. Take a peek underneath. Yep, ready to flip. Try to get under it as much as possible so it doesn't rip. Hey, Ryan. Want a crepe? It's ready. It's okay. It's okay. I'm videoing.
Do you think we can do something today?
Sure. I'm videoing just so you know.
Oh, okay.
Friend, say hi.
Hi.
Okay. Bam. Crepe number 2.